Hey everyone, Cornhole Mish here, and today I want to talk about the 3 phases of a cornhole player. This also is true for anything you do competitively, but since we're all kind of cornhole nerds around here, we're going to go with that. And basically what those 3 phases are the things that we face as human beings in the different parts of this sport. The first phase being before we walk up to the boards or a tournament, the second phase being during, and the third phase being after. And the main things that are going to come up for you when you're coming to the boards or thinking about the boards or thinking about the tournament is going to be things like need for approval, fear of embarrassment, worried about what people are going to think about you, and kind of all that stuff swirling around, especially if you're walking up to a player that you know has beat you or you know is really good, right? There's all the like, oh man, I don't want to look stupid. I don't want people to see me suck, and I don't want to embarrass myself. And on the other side of that, I want to look like really good. I want people to see how good I am. I want to beat this person. So all that stuff's floating around in there before we even get to the boards, and possibly more that I haven't even mentioned. And then once we get to the boards and we're playing in the game, now there's a whole mess of other stuff, right? Now we've got the need to control the outcome, this obsession with, I've got to get this bag in the hole. If I release it this way, it's going to go in, and really believing we control the outcome of the game. Also, there could be disembodiment, which I've talked a lot about, that getting stuck in your own head, not being in the body, and kind of getting wrapped up in your thoughts. And then the other thing that's going to come up is all the different emotions, right? Nervousness, fear, anger, frustration, all of that is happening when we're actually standing at the boards throwing. And then once we're done with the round or the match and we're walking away from the boards, we have things like dealing with the stress. I know it feels weird to say stress, but it is a stress response when we're having a highly emotional response to something, especially if we don't know how to navigate those emotions. And so what happens is we're going to have a fight, flight, freeze, or fawn response that happens when we're done playing that we have to deal with or not deal with, which is what a lot of us do. This is where you see a lot of punching of walls, shutting down, a lot of excuse making, a lot of negotiating with ourselves, like, oh, I should have done this, or if I just would have done that, or the boards did this, or if my partner did that. Like, all that stuff's happening at the completion. All these different phases that are happening are a result of not truly understanding our own kind of patterns and paradigms and programming that comes around our mental and emotional health. And all of it is important to master to be a really elite cornhole player. So I'm going to be dropping a course pretty soon here to talk about these 3 phases. I'm super excited to create it because I truly believe that when you master this part of your game and this part of yourself, that you will be truly unstoppable. So stay tuned for that.